Okay, take two. We're gonna try to play this first play of Tapestry because the first launch had no audio. We're struggling with YouTube's new settings. Things happen.
Yes.
Merry freaking Christmas. Anyways, today Shelby, Josh, and Mike and myself, John, will be trying to play Tapestry by Stonemaier Games. We did some of the setup. Mike explained to us that there's different civilizations we can pick from. I picked isolationists. I have no idea what everybody else
Culture is the red star.
Okay. I got the futurists.
Okay.
I am the chosen. I start the game with 45
Great.
victory points.
The religious fanatic. Perfect. Just what I needed. And Mike is a bunch of clowns.
I look down upon other
Mike is a
civilizations.
He's
We
the
Yeah.
entertainers. I mean, a
So
bunch of
your
clowns.
token is yellow. You
Yeah.
moved it all the way up there already?
Right. Okay, so
Well, this
I'm
feels fair.
supposed to-
Well,
Well, it
It
originally had a combination that let me just continually gain points at the end of every turn, which is why I took it. But they've eroded
We
it.
haven't seen you go for that ever. Ever.
They eroded it to instead I just gained 15 victory points for each of my opponents.
and so Stonemaier Games has released an official adjustments to the civilizations. You can probably find these on Board Game Geek downloads or on the Stonemaier site itself. And his explanation basically was, as people have played the game, they have noticed certain potential imbalance in the game, and he has adjusted accordingly to the way he intended the game to be played. So
Okay.
we're going to use the adjustments to the civilization.
I'm glad I didn't take the other one because my other choice I would have started the game with negative 15 victory points because I get to steal people's stuff. I chose not to be that jerk.
Yeah, well.
That would be abomination all over. I mean.
Okay, so I'm the entertainers. I basically seek to spread the influence by entertaining various sectors of society, starting with a player token on the far left. At the beginning of my income turns, I advance a token one space to the right, and then there's a track to follow, and I gain whatever I put my token on. It's pretty straightforward. I gain 4 different items.
That's fine. You'll be running around in a 3-wheeler.
So,
Okay.
anyways,
So mine is supposed to advance on each track by exactly 4 spaces, with the end of each track as the limit. Do not gain benefits, bonuses, or landmarks, but gain 1 of each resource. And then the errata says I lose culture and 1 other resource. So
any other one resource.
basically,
So you're
only
starting out ahead of everybody.
starting, yeah.
So move your token, but you're going to be bypassing and causing
Yeah.
all those benefits.
Yep. So I need to move 4
And
spaces on
you
each
also
track.
don't get any of the buildings.
Yep.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what's a
Well,
space.
4.
No, 4. These are
These
all
are-
supposed to be there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep.
So you gain none of the
Basically,
benefits.
Nope.
And you're supposed to gain what resources?
I'm supposed to gain 1 of each, but according to the errata, I lose culture and 1 other, so I'm basically only going to gain 1 of 2 of the resources. So I'm going to take.
Okay. So you're starting off with a little bonus resources.
Yeah.
Okay. But way down the track.
Yes.
So she's going to be bypassing 3 of the buildings, just so everybody knows,
Yes.
being the futurist. Okay. So, I'll use these 4. Randomly determine the first one.
I still gotta do my thing though. I get 4 tokens, 4 player. Is this player tokens?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's it. Now we're
First
conquer an
player
empty
is
territory.
blue.
You may place one of these tokens there in addition to your outpost, preventing that territory from being conquered in the future. Okay, so if you guys see one of my whatchamacallums.
It counts as a second tower.
Yeah,
which
well, it
I'll
prevents
explain
it.
in a minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So that gets placed alongside your board. So it's one big long happy family.
Uh-huh.
And if you'll notice off to the right of your capital city, there are 3 symbols. That's going to be where tech cards are placed. And there's no limit to the amount of tech cards you can have over there. So, it's not 1 of each. That's where they go. I'll explain
Okay.
later.
I see the player board, how it
So-
meshes now.
That's the tech. That's that. All right. So this game has got some fairly simple set of rules.
Huh.
This is the entire rule book,
Trixie. Mm-hmm.
plus a reference, 2 copies of a reference card, 2-sided, that explain the technology cards and all the spaces on the game board.
All
So
right.
if you want to peruse while you're got some downtime, wherever. So this is played in a series of rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go straight to the back of the rule book and do endgame so you understand what you might want to do to get to victory, because I like to get to this. Game ends at different times for each player. So you're going to be playing rounds, but each individual player will end the game for themselves at a time of their choosing or not so choosing, because you run out of things to do. You run out of resources, you run out of plays you can make, and at the end of your 5th income turn, you're done. Okay? You gain the benefits at that time, and then when all players have taken their final income turn, the winner is the player with the most victory points. So a great final score is 300 points. So 45 doesn't necessarily seem to be. It's a matter of what you can gain from your civilization. I don't gain any victory points from my civilization. I gain some resource building. So,
yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Okay, so on your turn, you may either collect income, begin a new era, or advance your player token once on the advancement track along one of these 4 tracks. So there are 4 tracks. They're named. This is the exploration, science. You have exploration, military, and you have technology. Okay, so and these are your workers or your advancement markers that say how far down the track you are. And if you notice, they're kind of named in technological order. So there is some pay forward to a civilization game. What gets out of whack sometimes is the technology. Develop zeppelins before you ever determine rafts. So I mean,
Sure.
Yeah. So there's the technology cards are not going to dovetail at what they're described with moving up a technology level, just so you know. But in any case, so the income track is on your player board to the left, and it shows you what steps to take during an income turn. And if you notice, for turn 1, there's only one step. Handout means collect resources. So when you're collecting resources at the end of the income track,
yeah,
you're going to collect what is exposed on the 4 tracks where your buildings sit at the top. So you have a bunch of series of buildings there's armories, farms, houses, and markets. And whatever is exposed on that track, you will get during your income turn. So if we're going to give an example of how that works, let's take a turn 1 income. Since we all do this simultaneously, not John, then you, income can be taken simultaneously. So for the market, you're going to get 1 resource of that, which is called a coin. You move the coin marker up 1.
Oh, it's a sack of gold. Got it.
Okay, you gain a tapestry card. That's a tapestry card. You gain a gold and a tapestry card. You gain a gold and a tapestry card. That is the symbol for a tapestry card. Be careful not to confuse it with the symbol for a technology card. So you start with a tapestry card, explained later. On the next one down, you gain 1 gray resource, and it tells you that you get a victory point for every gray building you put out.
So I get
0.
peoples.
Are you sure that is the tapestry card and not the green square on ceremony?
Yes, that is true.
So that
well, it's victory point. That's a victory point for every technology you have.
Okay.
Right.
So give this back.
Tapestry is
No,
the green
no,
card.
okay,
You get the green card. You start with a tap. Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
That's any. I should point out. There goes the first age-related. Anything that's surrounded by a wreath is gain victory points.
Makes sense. Honor.
So we'll just say that right now. So if you see a wreath around it, it means gain victory points for every one. Gain a victory point for every one of those that you have. Okay. So you go to the next one.
So are we getting a victory point then?
We don't have any of those.
None of us have any of those.
None of us have any technology cards. None of us have any gray buildings.
Oh, I see it now. Now I imagine. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how John's colorblind, so
Yeah,
I don't
so-
know how
But
colorblind
the
positive
symbol,
this stuff is.
I can see the symbol. I'm not blind enough that I can't see the symbol on the card, so I'm good.
So you're good.
Yeah.
All right.
So the question though was, so advance one of the people on the marker, and then a victory point for each house.
Which you
Right.
have not placed
Right.
any of your
Correct.
houses
Yeah.
out there.
Okay.
So, and then you get over to the brown one, and you gain one random tile
Okay.
along with the resource. So
And
everybody
some
gets
mushrooms.
so everybody gets a tile.
We decide later where to place it or something.
Well, it's in your it's a tile that you own now that you're going to be able to place later.
Okay.
So you start with one tile for the board, one land tile. And then the red one is a tapestry card plus one red resource. So everybody should have, except for her, start out as one resource, one land tile, and one tapestry card.
Yep.
Okay. So for the first turn, by the way, the tapestry cards get placed in the 5 slots on your player board. Turn 1, you have a tapestry card already there. It's called the Maker of Fire. It gives you nothing.
Okay.
You're a Maker of Fire. You have nothing. You know nothing. That's the way you
I know
start
how to
out.
make fire, so.
But every time you take an income turn, you will notice that on turns 2 through 4, it says a couple different things. It's referring to the technology cards and the tapestry cards. So that yellow/green with the arrow placed down means you're going to be playing a tapestry card in the spot that you're moving into. Era 2, Era 3, Era 4. And you're also going to be upgrading a technology card that sits at one of these spots, and it goes to the 2nd level or the 3rd level, and gain the bonuses on the left side of the card. Okay, so that's what that means when you come to your income turn. The first one with the purple card with your question mark is purple card. If you have something you do in an income phase, it activates at the beginning of the income phase. Then, the upgrade technology is the yellow arrow, or the orange arrow actually, but then you have victory points, question mark, that basically means if you have exposed any, you can take a look at some of these houses and you look underneath them and you see that you either gain additional resources or you gain victory points. So if you had taken off the 2nd house and it shows 2 gray symbols, you would have gained 2 resources. You have to take them off in order from left to right. And at the end of every one of them, it's 10 victory points. So if you complete a row of these, taking them all off, you get 10 victory points. So there's 40 victory points potentially just fixed sitting there, plus the ones you will earn every time you have an income. Okay. So your turn, you're going to advance on a track or take an income phase. When you take your 5th income phase, you're done. That you have to do that when it comes to you and you have no ability to advance on the track. That means you basically ran out of resources to pay for moving up the track. So how do you move up a track? Well, you're starting in various different locations, but the rules are basically the same. You have your colored marker at the spot. You pay the resource at the top. Anytime it shows that 4-color resource, that is a resource of your choice. Any one. When it specifies, you do have to pay the appropriate type, which happens at the 2nd level and above. You start having to be mandatorily paying an associated resource. Once you pay the resource, you get the benefit of the spot you're sitting in. Unless, for some reason, you have advanced up the track and your ability to take something has been X'd out. I say that because we'll take an example of a technology card. Say I had put this here, and when I advance this technology card means I move up the technology track, but it's been X'd out. That move gains no benefits of that spot of that track. Or it says roll the science dice and gain no benefits for the move of the science dice. So that's what the science dice does. So there are possibilities that you do not get what's shown. Then there's also the additional possibility that below the initial item that's there is pay a resource to gain something else. Pay a resource, in this case, to gain a tapestry card, to place a building, gain a land card, get 5 victory points, etc. So those are all optional. When it has a slash mark, it's either or. So the land tile types are, when it's grayed out, it's draw them, obtain them. When it's colored up, it means place one. And the rules for placing a land tile are fairly simple. They have to go next to an existing territory that you have an outpost in. The reason you have 2 outposts in your starting spot is so nobody can capture it, because anytime there's 2 markers in a spot, it cannot be captured. Opposing point. In his case, his second marker might be, in some cases, a player marker. 2 markers is 2 markers. So you can, starting out, if you're on your, this is my island, this is my tile, I can only go in one of 3 spots to start with. And you will score 1 victory point for every matching terrain that you can line up when you put your tile down. And then you will gain whatever it says in the middle of this. I will gain 1 star, red star resource. So my tile isn't necessarily great, but I can see that if I placed it right here, I match water and I match water. So I would get 2 victory points and a red resource.
So, and how do you put it down? What was the action on there? Okay.
Track down there.
Yeah, I see it.
Or some other
Right.
thing that you gain that says you can do that.
Yeah, you can't just go up putting down.
Sometimes there's a technology that says you can do, potentially, or a tapestry card that says you can do that. But
I mean, it's on the exploration.
the exploration track
Yeah,
is the
that makes
biggie
sense.
for doing stuff out here. And since we're covering the exploration track, I will mention that there is a exploration type of stuff over here. This one's more combat, this one's more exploration. Conquer the middle island. So as you are, for instance, you can't, if I did that just to explore, that's fine. But if I take the military option and it shows a tower, I'm conquering by putting 1 of my tower. It's even starts way down there.
Yep.
So you conquer by putting 1 there. So that allows me to place a tile here. Of course, I'd probably place it thusly, so it matched both of them. And then I can conquer here, and then I can conquer here. The first person, the first 2 people that get an outpost to the middle island will put their markers on 10 or 5 points, the first one, 10, and score those points. And then the other people that get there, So the second person that does it has to basically conquer the other person, which is...
I have a quick question about placement of the tile. You match that. Is this still considered a match of C?
Yes, half
so
the tile.
that, okay. So you're
It's
either matching
both,
these...
it's both terrain.
I get it. So you're either matching this,
Yeah, it can
for
go
example.
either way.
Okay, I was just curious. Okay, cool.
Well, it has to... This is not a match.
Correct. The C is, but
that would be
a match.
That would be a
with
match.
The desert.
And that would be a match.
Right.
For 2 victory points.
Yep, okay.
So that's how you conquer.
Got it.
But if there's somebody has a, like right there, and you want to conquer, you will conquer unless, I'm just going to do this and then reshuffle the deck, unless people have in their possession and wish to play what's called a trap card. There's multiple trap cards in this tapestry deck. And this says you may discard this card from your hand when an opponent tries to conquer your territory if you gain a resource and topple their outpost. So it's called a bounce back. You keep your territory, and not only that, you gain a resource and they lose.
Duly noted.
So there's multiple trap cards. You may have, who knows, some of us may have seen one already. But I want to point that out.
So military conquest is not without risk.
Correct. So, but then, if somebody's were to run in and conquer, only one of them will be standing, and that will be the owner. That means nobody else can go in there.
Okay. But you don't get your tower back.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're done. I mean, there's no 4 towers in a spot, who has the most, or anything of that nature. Once there's 2 towers in a place, it's a secure location. It can't be conquered. Or 2 markers. So, that's the advancing on the track. This dice is rolled when the symbol shows up, and obviously for the first two, you gain none of the benefits. You just merely move your marker up one, which means you will be skipping the benefits of that spot, but you will be going up the track quicker, which there are potentially some benefits for going up the track quicker.
I have a question about moving on these tracks. So the die determines how far you move. Do you gain every benefit you pass?
This dice doesn't determine. You move one space at a time. Period. You
No.
never move more
All
than
right.
one space.
Okay, thank you.
There's no racing up a track.
Okay.
The science dice rolls, and I go up that track. Basically,
Okay. All right.
it has different types of symbols of what you can do and what tracks you can go up.
Okay.
It's obviously a D12 with this separated by the 4 tracks, 3 symbols of each. So, but you gain none of the benefits until you do it up here, which
Right.
she will have more advantage with the science track because she'll be able to move up, roll it, and move up.
Which makes sense with the theme because I'm.
Okay, and one other thing, what
Futurist
happens,
wanting
I
technology.
should mention, when you conquer somebody, you roll the military dice. When you conquer an island, you roll the military dice,
Mhm.
whether somebody's there or not, because you've conquered it. You roll the military dice and pick one or the other. This one is victory point oriented. Okay.
Yeah.
Victory point for every land tile that you own
Yeah.
or have conquered in the past, or just straight victory points. And this is a resource die. Question mark is you can take any one you want. So when you conquer something, you get to roll a military dice.
So it's either glory or resources.
So over here, there is the other two potentials for gaining things is topple 2 opponent outposts. First person 15, second 10, third 5th, 5 points. Complete any advancement track, all the way to the end. 15, 10, then 5. 3 spots available, put your marker there. Okay, so you cannot complete the same track twice because there are regress moves. So there's some bonus victory points to be made here.
I suppose you can complete it. You just don't get.
You can
points.
see that there are victory points to be had from all these technology cards. They're all got wreaths in the 3rd levels. You will score that many victory points at the end for however many of that stuff you have. So you want to line up a whole bunch of them. Tapestry cards have different effects. If you don't like the way the one that's described that you got, you better go looking for a second one so that you're not restricted, because you are mandatorily required to put one down. And you may not, that doesn't do me any good, or that, something to that effect. So keep in mind, all of the spaces on the board are marked on the reference sheet, and all of the technology cards. So when you get to draw a technology card, it is take one of these or the top of the deck. These buildings right here are built by these technology cards. They're going to be rather obvious when they come up because they'll have a little white size symbol in the lower right. Speaking of building, Capital City is going to get built out. Every time you get one of these wonderful looking buildings, or anytime you remove a building from your board, it goes on your city map. And a city map building is buildings under the house thing here is you get a victory point for every row. As you see the house symbol at the top?
Yeah.
So that house victory symbol on your income thing means gain a victory point for every filled in row and column that you have that's covered with buildings. It's not for every gray building you've built. It's for every reference to the capital city, that symbol, every row and column that you have filled with building spots. And the orange spots are considered filled.
Oh, okay, thanks. So the ones that have dots
are considered filled.
Building, okay.
So most everybody has a spot where they can just put 4 single buildings out and they will complete one row. Not a lot of victory points, but it is some.
Yeah.
The big thing is it encourages you to fill spots faster by going for landmark buildings of types. Now, landmark buildings must be able to fit into the appropriate size space. So 2 by 3, but you are allowed to hang off the edge of the board.
Are you allowed to cross 2 tiles?
You cannot cross any orange dots.
But
Otherwise, if it's an open space, you can cross the lines. You can cross all the black lines you want. Because if you'll notice the upper right-hand corner, it says if you fill in any of those, you get immediately a resource of your choice. So you're both trying to fill rows and columns, and you probably have one that only takes 3 buildings to fill in the entire. I think every single one of them has a 3-building fill in or something close to it, or 3 or 4.
I have a 4, yeah. I don't see a 3.
The terrains vary slightly, but once you fill them in, you get a free resource. As soon as you fill in that spot, so it can be filled in with a building sitting here and just plop a single. Or I could have this hanging off the edge if I wanted to. It'd be a waste of.
Yeah, it's a waste of time. Squares, but yeah.
But it does cover something. So that's what your capital city is for, is to score completed rows and columns during your end of income phase. And then to gain resources for every squared in thing. And you may see some reference to this city come up in different powers or Tapestry cards. Okay. Something should be mentioned about neighbors. Some things will show a silhouette maybe. Okay. Regarding neighbors. Your neighbor is sometimes to the left or to the right or everybody. So when we come to anything that might refer to that, so if, for instance, my Tapestry card refers to my. Anyway, if you the neighbor reference symbol is this little silhouette-y thing, where there's a bigger one in the middle and 2 little ones on the end.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. So if you are the first among your neighbors to play a Tapestry card into that spot, you get a free resource. So if I had jumped in here ahead of you 2, I get a free resource. If she jumps into there after me, you 2 still haven't been in there, so she would get a resource. So your neighbors are to the left and to the right.
All right.
So there's going to be neighbor references. I just was reminded that because it says your neighbors on my card here. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen to you.
No, of course not. Of course
But,
not. Well, it won't happen to me.
That reminded me
to
to reference what a neighbor is when you see that terminology or symbol come up.
Right.
So everybody pretty clear on how it progresses?
I want to get going.
Yeah.
So you're first.
Yep,
Okay.
John is first.
All right.
player.
So we start with the income turn. Activate civilization.
We've done the income turn.
Okay. Now it's the advance.
We're in the advanced turn.
Pay the cost resources indicated here. Okay.
Track your advance.
Let's advance on science, and we'll send a little slave laborer to advance on science. Looks like we're gonna advance on I'm gonna advance on technology. Okay, so I gain one of these cards.
You do not gain the benefit. First couple.
Okay.
Dice roll, no benefits, just up the track.
Yep.
Move player token 1 space toward the track to gain benefit, then gain benefit.
Anything that's X'd, you don't gain.
If available, you may pay to advance to gain the bonus once, which I can't because. Right, that's what we're talking about.
Well, you get nothing from this advance because it's X'd.
Yeah.
You just get to roll the dice and move, and that's it.
Okay.
And there's no options under this one. Now, on this one, if you roll the dice, you get nothing for your advance, but you don't have to roll the dice. You could place one of your buildings on your capital city instead.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna pay.
Yes.
1 mushroom and
Okay. So you just researched ships. You get victory points for every
1.
Territory you control.
for every
Correct.
territory she controls. She
What
gets
are you?
victory point, 1 point.
I'm
Then you
right.
can pay a resource to get a farm.
Okay, I will do that.
And you pluck a farm off your thing and put it on your capital city. Try to catch Shelby is the thing. Or it's 45 victory points.
Yeah.
I'm at 0. I don't want to hear it.
300 is a good score.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
get
what
you.
it's like.
I understand.
I'm not sure how you get to 300, but because I haven't played it multiplayer, I wasn't anywhere close to that on solitaire.
Solo.
I'm gonna pay a mushroom, I guess. I'm gonna advance in technology.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
here
take paper, please.
paper.
Just flip over.
Yep.
You have the option to take the face down one, right?
You can take the top of the deck, yes.
Dynamite.
Oh, I should have got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay a resource. Also move up there. Take dynamite.
Telescopes. Much more peaceful in that.
Back to John.
Yep.
Okay, so there's no income, right? I mean, we just
Income. You declare your own income phase. If you
Yeah.
wanted to right now, which would not be advisable.
no. I mean, I got resources.
When you run out of resources,
Yeah.
then you have to go into an income.
Okay, so let's try. I will spend. Let's do some food. Go research carpentry. So that is one
Tapestry
of those.
card,
Tapestry
and
card.
optionally pay another one to remove one of your markets
And build it.
and build it, and which reveals a resource underneath it
Yeah.
that you will get on your next income turn.
Let's do that. Let's pay some gold. Build a market. And I get currency. Alright. Next.
You give me 1 tower. I want that territory there.
This one?
Yep. And 1 of my armory.
Pay that and move up there.
Technology
Move up on
track.
technology track.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
the
so.
X
Nothing,
down.
yeah,
X.
that's right.
It's the same problem I have.
Pay 1, and I'm gonna move green up and conquer a territory. Oh, you. By the way, you need to roll the dice. And
Oh.
Conquer the territory.
One or
Pick
the other.
1.
I'm gonna take this one. I get to take a tile, right?
No, you get
Question
a random resource of your choice.
It's a one of these tiles.
It's
not
not.
a resource.
It's that's a resource. These
Is
are
it
all
a
resources.
resource?
Yeah.
So it's a resource of your choice or a forced resource.
It.
So
I will take
either
the
that or
resource.
you can gain victory points for every territory you own.
Which
Oh,
resource.
you take the benefit on the territory tile, if any.
Huh?
Means you take the benefit of the territory
the
tile that
territory
you
you-
conquered, if any. There is no benefit to
So,
it.
so I guess you're gaining 2
just
victory
2
points.
victory points. Yeah.
Yes.
No other choice.
That makes-
okay.
that makes sense. No.
1 victory point for each territory you
you- no,
control
that's-
on the
that's
black
him, that's
dice.
us.
Yes.
And then Mike, because he just
Yep.
did one.
And I moved on to no, so 4 victory points for me, please.
Magic.
So the random question mark, say this tile is in play, would be.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm. Well, I got a military resource left. Might as well just spend it. And so, do you get him from here? Is that where you go?
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go there.
blue,
We're gonna put this over here.
then you roll these.
I rolled those. A mushroom or 2 victory points. We're gonna gain some food.
Okay.
And I can choose to put this down, which I will. This.
Unconquerable. He's going to have 4 territories immediately unconquerable as long as they're connected with each other. They all have to be connected as.
So I only have 1 resource left, and because of where I am, so I can declare income phase.
Yes.
So.
So is you're doing your income phase?
Yes.
Nobody else is.
Correct. She does her. It takes them in order. She does her civ first. Play a tapestry card next. Right.
Yes, for income.
And
Gain a resource or 3 victory points for each of your landmarks.
correct.
So this would be a waste
Yeah,
of
but
one.
then, right? Knowing that, you could have tried to. What I
Well,
did.
no, she
there
wasn't
was
anywhere near.
nowhere for me
Ah,
to go.
because
She
you
has
advanced.
she has one
Yeah.
major disadvantage
Yeah,
in
yeah,
having the
okay.
cheap spots to go to.
Yeah, I went for a second card to have options, basically. But yeah, I get you.
Upgrade a tech card. Don't have a tech card. And then gain him for income from the resource tracks. So
Right.
I got 1 coin, and you gain victory points for tech cards. Don't have that. I gained 1 of the little men. They are. You get victory points for
Rows and columns.
nothing. And 2 farm and then 2 of star and
Okay.
On that first exploration track, that's draw 2 tiles. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I see there. And the slash is either or, right? On
Correct.
research.
I'm gonna move. Military as well.
Here. It's all race to the middle.
Potentially.
A1. Go here. Also pay 1 on the exploration. We get 2 tiles. We'll do 1 for here, 1 for here. 1's a lucky one. Per endere.
I have a card that says this era. So if I go to my income phase and put this card down, card active for after the so we put this era.
For the second.
This card says this era. It's going to be this turn, right? before I go here.
It'll be era 2. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, this card doesn't.
Yeah, you're starting a new era when you
Okay.
income turn begins a new era. So everything's considered to be everything you do after that is considered to be in second era.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, right? What did I just do?
You just took
advance
2.
there.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So-
you were still going.
Okay. So
Almost
I
felt
did
like
that.
you came all the way back
No.
around me.
So you put a tower down, or
yes,
you're gonna.
tower. Sorry. If I put a second tower where I
You
placed
cannot
before,
put a second
you
tower
can't?
on your own.
Okay. You get a second.
You
Offending.
don't.
You don't. Okay. Yeah. And I need a tapestry.
Now you have choice. No, you've done
Yes.
well.
No.
Yes. You do.
Pay a resource. Food. Then because I filled a square, I get a resource.
If the
right?
entire square is full,
Yes.
That's nice.
one resource of your choice.
So-
Well, she's
Yeah.
way down the track.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I see
she's
that.
she's going to be paying more.
Yeah.
She ended up having her first turn in.
No,
before
I
the
see
rest
the
of us.
balance. I'm not questioning the balance. I'm just saying that's nice.
Yeah, it's a matter of which way you want to go. However.
You know, red resource and
Gain a military power and a tile, and then some.
3
Victory points.
for each tile I own or each tile I.
It's on the card reference. It's probably for every tile you have in your inventory.
Gain 1 culture, 1 territory tile. Gain 1 if you're playing per territory tile in your supply.
Yeah. So you want to get a whole bunch of them. Telescope.
In your supply.
That's
Yeah.
not played.
Not played.
Because it's
Right.
gray.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll pay food to advance. And I'll take
Where are you
telescope,
advancing?
Down technology.
And you want the technology
Yeah.
card as
Yeah.
opposed to the building.
Anesthesia.
I'm going to pay a resource to go up the rafts. Up and learn rafts and I'm going to place this tile so that I get 2 victory points.
Mike is
Green. And I get a red resource, which I will immediately pay to take a tapestry card.
okay. I have no money, so I must declare an income. So I get 2 gold. Right? What's that?
The first thing you do is that. If there's nothing there,
Whenever you conquer an empty territory, place.
if there's no
Oh, and I needed to
turn.
gain a resource from putting down that. Okay. It's
So you
any
have
resource.
another resource.
I have another resource.
So you're going
somewhere.
to take end of turn income, or going to pay
No,
another resource?
I'm gonna pay that resource instead. Then, so it could be any resource. It doesn't matter. But so I'll pay that resource to advance on the technology track instead of declaring income.
So choice. Remove a
Choice.
building from your board or take a technology.
Remove a building from my board. Any building, huh?
No, yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. Or take a technology. Let's.
Okay.
That way the income phase will be a little more productive. What do I get? Banking.
Dude.
Here.
Yes.
So tile and remove a gray. Yes. Roundhouse.
And then
Optional
pay-
to explore.
Yes.
Where's the description of these things? Was it in the
Oh,
It's on
right.
there. That one is you can get rid of all 3
We
cards in
discussed
there,
the
but new
face
ones
of
and
cards
then
and
that
place
one,
them in bed.
player had it
Here?
was there.
Nope. The one closest to you.
Well,
Here?
Yes.
That's
Matches?
no victory point.
What does invent one tech card
doesn't.
mean?
This is the dark. It matches the dark.
Oh, it matches that one. Place it there instead.
You,
It's
can
not
you
connected.
cannot place it. You can
No,
place it
there.
here.
Yes, that's what I meant.
If you're trying to match terrain, then you will
Yes.
match that to that, that to that, and that to that.
Yes,
That's 3 victory.
Yeah.
And then you get a technology card.
So I get the 3 victory points now, or is it?
Yes, as soon as you place the tile.
Then I want the top card.
So when it says invent a technology card, what does it mean?
Take
Like,
one.
You
Take one.
Take one. Okay.
You've invented it by
Bakery.
placing it here,
Hmm.
and you advanced it by moving it there.
So this, I now get the bakery landmark.
You get
Thing.
not until to 3rd level.
Oh, it's not until you get to 3rd level. Gotcha.
You
I saw it in
it's
the
the 3rd
corner,
level.
so-
It's a 3rd level bonus
Gotcha.
is to
Okay.
place the building.
And that's
So
in
if
for
you,
victory
is that
points.
this one?
No, it's the little red one there.
You can put it on the symbol if you want to remind yourself, or on the 3rd level of it. Oh, up there on the right
On
there.
the card.
On the card, place
On
it
the
on the
card.
actual building symbol to remind
Okay.
you that you want to get it to 3rd level.
Yes.
All right. My turn, Chelsea.
Yes.
I'm gonna do science. Oh, get Tapestry card. Extra.
Well, thanks, Shelby.
I didn't do it.
Sorry.
This card is rendered completely useless due to her her civilization.
I don't even know what the card is, but sure, serves you right, Mike.
So I'm going to go into my income phase, and I get to get something by moving up. I get a random resource, but then I have a lot of tracks to follow afterwards that, based on what I might want to propagate for whatever reason.
Uh-huh.
So I want to get, I don't, this only goes 2 ways, huh? So it either goes that way or that way. That one goes 2 ways. So I'll get a gray resource. I'll play the oil magnet. Choose an advancement track. Your neighbors and you, listen up, you two, may advance once on that track. Only you gain the benefit and may pay to gain the bonus. I'm moving right there. And
On that track.
It's exploration track. You have no choice. If you want to take a free advancement with no bonuses, you can go up the exploration track. I'm going to gain remove a building.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so that's my tapestry card. Now I am going up in technology, so I get to get a free conquer. Boom. Nice. What was the
4 victory
star
points?
is I'll take the resource. So I advance the tapestry card, and then I get resources. So I get 1 of these and 1 victory point, please, for technology card. 1 of these, and no victory points for rows and columns. 2 of these and a tile. And then a star and a tapestry. I would be done.
All right,
This better be
now I'm
something
officially out of money, so I'm gonna do income. So I do this first. Nothing. Okay. Then I do play. When do you get money? Is it?
Income
it's
turn.
the hand at the bottom. Last thing.
It's the
It's the
last,
last
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't have any money going into a tapestry card that had an option,
That sucks. Okay.
yeah, you have to pre-plan that.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this Age of Discovery. When played, roll the science die. All players must advance on the resulting track.
All players must.
Oh man, you're gonna cause us to miss something.
Yeah, so technology.
There. So
Everybody goes forward, and I go forward.
no bonuses. Except maybe you.
I may play, but I don't have any resources to pay for that, so I get screwed out of it.
Because you may pay.
You may pay to
So
gain
it
the
doesn't-
bonus.
so
That's
it
I was
doesn't-
counting on income. I would have saved the resource. This is the part that some games are horrible for first place because of that. It's like I missed a serious opportunity. But what am I gonna do? Yep, live and learn. All right, so so I did this, whatever this was.
That was
This
your card.
the
propulsion card, yeah.
Now I paid the whatchamacallit. Now I
upgraded technology,
which I don't have any.
and then you get
victory points. For what? For nothing.
For the technology.
Which I don't.
Yep.
And I gain resources. Yeah, it's just okay, fine. 2 gold, 2 victory points for what? Nothing?
For your technology card.
Nothing. People reproduce, and then victory points for what? The houses?
Completing rows and columns.
Why do you have a building?
No.
Oh, it's just it's not a building. It's standing up. Never mind.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, your mushroom's standing up. It looked like a building.
Oh yeah, okay. Down you go. So, anyways, you get victory points for
rows and columns filled.
Nothing. And over here, farms. I'll get a mushroom and a tile. Well, that's always something good. And then armory and a tapestry card, which is fine. Okay, and that's it. Right now, it's your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't get to spend any of this stuff that I got or anything crazy.
Yeah.
To go from here to here, I'd have to pay the new cost of 3.
Correct.
Right. I don't have 3. I have 2, and
so you're stuck.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm stuck. So I must go to the third area, which I'm going to play.
So you get anything for futurist?
No, nothing there.
Okay.
They're all right. So I've got wartime economy. For this era, all bonuses that cost resources are free.
For you.
Yeah.
Well.
So there's that. Then I advance the technology, gain the victory points, which is 4. And then I get resources. So get 1 coin, and then I get 4 victory points again. Is that what this is, or is it 1 on the
1 per technology card?
1 per technology card. So 1. I get 1 again. I don't have any completed rows. I get 2 mushrooms, these tiles, and 4 victory points. 2 stars, tapestry card, and 3 victory points for having 3 territories.
Well.
Okay. I'm gonna gain a gold. I get 2 victory points.
Oh, you're doing your income turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Little dude.
We had
nada.
Supposed to place your tapestry card first.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
Oh, you don't?
Oh, tapestry card. Sorry.
Tapestry card goes before collecting resources and moving wherever, etc.
Remember, we discussed this. This is how I got hosed out of a whole bunch of stuff.
Academia. This area, whenever I invent or gain tapestry cards, I gain 3 victory points. Okay. And then gold, 2 victory points for my technology cards. Gotta do this. House. There. Red one. Tile. Now I'm gonna go to stuff. Oops. And I have nothing. Food. Tile.
Okay. I'm gonna pay food. That gray thingy. Move up this chart. I am going to gain a tile and place a tile.
Oh, and then I gain 3 victory points, right? Tapestry card.
Huh?
In that era?
I gain a tapestry card after.
Yeah, I would say.
You do whatever that card said. I don't know what it says.
3 more.
Where was I? Okay, so I get to place one of these. No. Yeah. Oh. One, 2, 3 victory points. And a red resource. And I will take this building.
Shouldn't I have 2 victory points? No, that's just a conquer. You have to lay down a tile and match it to get victory.
Yes, explore. Yes. And I have at navigation, so I have picked up this. That fills in that block, which gives me a resource, which I will make mushrooms.
My turn.
Yep.
Let's move on that exploration track, please. Yep. And I will pay one food. Alright, what do I want to put down? Which matches 2? 3. Yay! My first 3 victory points of this whole bloody game.
And you gain a mushroom resource.
The one I just paid. And then that's it, right?
Yep.
And one of these guys, and one of my mushrooms here. Roll the science die, and then I get the benefit, right? Because there's no X. Military. Cool. So finish over here first.
Correct.
Two tapestry.
No, finish
cards.
the die roll results first.
You don't get anything for that.
Just move. So okay, it for these I want to take the card on it.
This one?
Yes. In a tech. And then what does this mean? If you topple, you
roll the dice for conquering. The resource comes when you play the tile.
Okay.
Not that you don't get that.
Okay.
Conquered territory. That territory was controlled by an opponent. Gain the benefits of both conquered dice.
Oh, I see. But I still get 1 for placing the tower, right?
Yeah.
I will take resource.
7 is the high as it gets.
It's a huge amount of points.
Alright, I'll take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so there's that, and then I get this building, which is the 1 because I skipped over the. Here fills a spot for me in resource. And then back over here, 2 tapestry cards
for 5 victory points.
For 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was eventful.
Oh, I don't know.
advance on the military one of each of these guys. Gain a tapestry card, and then I'm gonna gain one.
I want the same track. And I pay 2 resources. I get a tapestry card and a
Oh, and again, 3 victory.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna advance also. Military track. I'm gonna pay 2 resources, some food, and a person. They gave me a tapestry card, and taking another one. What color is that?
Red building.
This?
Yes.
Yay, the first one of these. Star. Okay.
Again, take person. Person, die. Military again. Okay, so I get one of these. I'll take spot. And then this is free for me because of my
Correct,
card.
tapestry.
I get a tapestry card. Turn.
I'm gonna advance on the military track again. Another armor.
I'm gonna advance on the military track, and I'm gonna conquer the center island. For 10 victory points, please. Rolling the dice.
Oh, no,
You didn't
conquer.
conquer. You didn't
I
conquer.
didn't.
So I can gain a resource of a tile. There's only one I could gain a resource on, and I.
Is it the tile that you just over, or is it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thinking you're gonna go for the 6 victory points because I don't
There's
think this
no-
one doesn't give you anything.
I got a benefit on the territory tile if any.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not
6.
worth it.
6, please.
And then I didn't roll a star. I will take
Yeah, I thought you did take this out of order.
6, 7. That was for when I took the one with the card on it. I didn't do it for the last one I just did.
What?
She
My
never rolled her
turn,
dice when
I
she
didn't roll the
conquered
dice.
this.
Yeah,
Okay.
for that one.
What's my turn?
It is.
Yes.
So the next one is pick one of those 3, and then a resource here. A resource to do what?
To
This
advance
is
your
advanced
technology.
technology,
this
which I
one
don't.
is pick one of the 3 buildings.
Yeah.
But I don't have a technology. I can't not see again a technology, no matter what I do. Fun. The only way to get technology is to go on those tracks, right? Like you get it.
This is where you gain technology
Yeah, I see
cards
that.
unless you have some other.
I don't because I got pushed onto that one. Okay. So let's spend. One to move on the exploration track.
Yeah, choice of exploring or placing a building.
We're going to explore, I think. one matches 3, yes.
1, none. Oh, 1,
1,
2,
2, 3.
3. Yes.
Right?
3 victory points.
And that was 3. And I gain a gold. Okay.
Okay. It's on the tech track. Victory points. Armory, I have 2. And then I get.
And you may spend a resource to get a tech
I don't
card.
need to spend the resource. Error.
Ah.
Just get a.
Which one?
A barn.
Random choices, gaining the buildings as possibilities.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend the on the stance track. More military. Yellow. Nope.
Well, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Military track for me. Please. And I will get a gray resource. 3 victory points. And that building.
Alright. I'm gonna spend 1 gold and 1 gold to get here. And there's no point. There's no point in spending more resources because at the end of the day, I got nothing.
Right.
So 1 building of my choice.
Except for yellows.
Yeah. So let's do. We haven't done this one yet. Haven't done hunting. So sure, let's do this. Let's see what it. Yay! So that gains me a resource.
You filled that block, yes.
It's filled. Two resources and then 3. The technology card would be first technology. Yay. Okay.
Well, you need a total of 3 to do that.
That's what I said.
Yeah. 3 resources.
Yes, I'm aware.
Well, only tapestry card.
Well then.
When played, you get 10 victory points.
So.
Oh, by the way, have you been taking your resources for being first? Remember the neighbor first amongst your neighbors?
Oh no.
Because you went first on every one of those.
I did.
And you forgot to take the resources for every single one of them.
Can we not do my 2 resource? 3 resource?
2.
It's 2 here and 1
Oh,
here.
okay, whatever. Because you were the first amongst your neighbors on every one of those.
1, 3.
And
so now I have a
so anybody that's neighbored, I'm the only one that's going to be able to be first amongst my neighbors, and I wasn't. He was. So.
Okay. So.
However, if I did my income turn right now, I'd first my neighbors, but no.
Want to do
2 resources for what reason? And pass up.
No, I need more resources, so I'm gonna keep getting into.
Yeah.
I need to play the. I need
Before
to play.
you need to get ahead of the resource game. Yeah.
I need to play. I also need to play my
Oh,
Terra card.
yeah. You got something to.
Yeah. I need to get down and play before I do my next moves.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Okay. 3 resources. One of them. I will move. You can pay. Gain the benefit and pay to gain. If any of your current position track, I'm gonna pick the exploration track. Face down.
One building.
One
Brown
building.
Pay a resource to explore.
Get explore, but I. Nope, far one. Yep, there. Position it right. It should.
So that's
3.
And then.
Yep.
Not that I want it. Wouldn't it be 5 as well?
No. You can only match one. You match the side, or you don't match the side.
Yeah,
the whole
it's
side.
the number of sides, right?
Not number of terrains.
Okay.
Yeah. So this side match.
If you had
that
one that
side
goes in
match,
there, you
that
can
side
get 6
match.
points if you have the tile. One of us
Yep.
has a tile that fits all of those. You'd have to have forest on 3 sides, which
Nah.
I don't have.
I had it on 2, but that doesn't help me.
That's not forest on 3 sides. That's forest and grasslands. There's 2 different terrains there.
I'm gonna resource. Up on.
I'm the isolation, not you. You should be exploring.
I'm on the mountains. Do what I want.
I think what I will do. Tech track. Yes, tech track. I will take, which will gain me the resource for filling that one in. I will take it.
I am going to declare an income phase. So first thing, play the tapestry. No, first thing is this question mark with what? Score that. Nothing. Okay, then it's play pirate rule. Yarg! Alright, whenever I conquer a territory tile, I gain the benefit of that tile in addition to the benefit of the conquer.
There you go.
That's why I wanted to do that first. Okay, so now 0 victory points. Screw this game. Then 1 there, 1 there, 0 victory points. Double screw this game. Alright, and one of those, 0 victory points. Fudge of this, and 2 mushrooms, and then 2 stars, and a backup card. Oh God, my least favorite form of government. All right, I'll look what it does later. If I become that, I'm just gonna table. Okay, and that was it. Yep. Yeah. What do I get? Level up technology. I got nothing.
Resource.
Did.
Yes. All right. Now I have to do back down to
Resource gain for playing a tapestry card. Underneath it.
yes, 3. of something. Play.
Because you're first amongst your neighbors to be in the. That's a
Okay.
futurist thing.
Now, 10 victory points because I played this. Catch you, Josh. Okay. That. Now we do. Is up. You only pick one, or you do.
I think it's. A. In the bottom or middle and shift it upwards one. Cards in the top row can't be upgraded.
What is it? Again, these neighboring things. I don't.
Well, your neighbor beat you, so you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, but you beat me, so you get one resource. I think. No, it's. I think so. You have to have beat. Let me double check. It's Tapestry card. Tapestry card is when played a building. You are the first of your neighbors. Nope, you're not. Shelby was.
Alright, resources. 2 coins.
Then I'm not going to be able to be the first because you
Victory point
beat me.
for these.
She's the only one that.
Have you moved in victory points?
I think I missed it. I'm not.
Did rows, none. Did column, none. Okay. 3. And 4 victories. 2 of these. Tapestry card. 5.
Spent last week. 12 expiration. Victory point.
Yep.
Now you capture card, right? That's 3 more victory points because my.
So we'll be going up technology track.
It's one of these things.
Which gains me that building. Building up technology track. I gain a I can wipe them all and yeah, because I don't like any of those. And then take a tech.
Yeah.
Lithium batteries.
Huh. And none of those are necessarily the woohoos of. But let's.
You go for it.
Actually. And get another victory point and a building one. Random choice for the building.
Hey, I finally get one. Don't tell me that's the case. Surely you jest. Will I be able to advance it? Probably. No, because to advance it, I have
to advance it twice. You're going to get 2 more advancements.
How am I going to get 2 more advances?
4th and 5th era. 5th era, you up your. If you look at what you do in the 5th era, the only thing you do is your civilization card, and you advance your technology.
So I won't
You're
get
gonna, you're going to get 2 technology advances. Yes, you will, because the first upgrade goes there, and the next one goes there.
All right, let's try it. Let's see if I can do something this game. So I need a gold, and so I need 3 resources. Really, is what I need. Let's do 2 gold. Let's do 2 gold, and 1 something else. So
you get victory points for every red building you put on your city capital. You've got 1 victory point. You get a yellow building to be placed on your capital city.
Okay, I'll figure it out in a minute.
And then you pay a resource to get a technology card.
I already paid the resource. I'll get this technology.
And that's what?
Out of the Stone Age. It's the treasury. It's the squarish. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you've got to place your other building. Shelby's turn.
Here we go. This little guy. And 2 other. Force back.
Victory point for that?
Yes, 1.
I gotta go to my income phase. Nothing here. I want to play revisionism this turn. Whenever I gain a landmark on a track that's, I also gain a resource of my choice. If I gain one that's already been claimed, then I gain a red house instead. Upgrade my telescope. I gain a victory point for each of these items. That's 4.
Hi.
And then I get 2 things. I'm going to gain gold. More victory points. These guys. Nothing. And another tile. 2 of these, another tapestry card, and more victory.
Done?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to, in income phase, I am going to take a brown building, place it here. That gains me 4 victory points, please. Well, I'm actually going to gain it on my income. That was that card. Tapestry card. Okay, diplomacy. When played, each player gains a resource of their choice. I also gain a building from my income mat. That filled in that.
That doesn't really.
So I gained got the resource, I got the income. Okay, so that's tapestry card. Upgraded technology card. Four victory points, please. And resources. I get 2 more victory points for technology cards. 2 of these resources. I have 1 row finished, so I get 1 more victory point. One of these guys. A tile. You already gave me the 4 for this.
Yes,
so
sir.
2 of these. Tapestry card along with 1, 2, 1, 2, and a victory point for every conquered territory. 4. And that will do it for my income turn.
I know I'm irrelevant, but I would like to take my turn. So
You're not
let's
irrelevant
see.
at all.
Sure. Let's go over here. I think. So we're gonna spend military. No, I don't have to. So let's do sure. A little portion to war there, and we're gonna do conquer. So we're gonna go over here.
Guys on there too.
Yeah.
One of these.
I can. That'll give me a resource, which is what I want to do. So a resource of my choice. Let's do
Plus a gold bag.
plus a gold bag because of the pyre rule. Correct.
And roll the dice.
And roll the dice to see what. This is victory points for what?
That would be 3.
3 victory points, yeah, which is not the greatest, so
Okay,
we'll take
we'll do
one
that.
of these guys. Okay, I'm done.
Two tech cards in the building. You can wipe these 3 before you take the 2.
No. Face down. I've had luck with it so far. And we have air conditioning and cables.
They seem important. Well, air conditioning, I'll take it. And nails, kind of hard to build something without.
Right.
I mean, you can use a stable gun. But,
Yeah. I'm done.
Let's check. Rooms. Dude. Here. This. And give me a resource for the thing.
You can get a
Take
tapestry
my little
card.
dude back.
Get a victory point for every tech card.
And
So end of that. I will do a military track movement. Yeah, so I conquer and get a red building.
nicer. I'm gonna go explore for what do I need out there?
Mushroom and
One
something.
resource. Is it still no? I
No,
gotta
you
have
need a
one
mushroom
resource.
and one of
Okay.
any choice.
So mushroom, and we'll do a gold.
You get a blank one, and then you get to place one.
All right. Blank one. See what I drew. Nope, not as good. So let's play. So if I'm not mistaken, this should match 3 sides. You got desert on 2 sides and water on the other.
Here?
Yep. So 3 points.
Correct.
Yay!
and a gray person.
Oh, that's what you get it
When you explore, you
place,
get the
that's right.
resource.
I've just got this pirate rule card in play.
Yes. I'm gonna go. Go on.
Plus a victory point for everyone.
2. Could you make me 2?
It was better than none.
And
And
then
pay a resource to upgrade a technology. Okay, dokie.
I see the arrow. Interesting.
Yeah, so this one I assume is upgrade 1 and then take the benefits of a circle.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay.
So yeah, you go up technology gain.
Yeah.
Each track
My
has
problem
its
is I
thing.
didn't have any. I missed several technology upgrades because I just didn't have any. I missed 2 triggers on here. The first one I got pushed by that, and the second one I got moved by something else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the little dude in the parking. More science.
So you gain the benefits of.
I'm gonna discard.
Okay, so
Don't need tyranny or dictatorship on any civilization.
So the question is,
Roll a die again.
but you gain both here and where you land up?
Yes.
this allows you to roll the dice and gain the benefits of wherever you go up. And the dice showed him to move up, so he gains that benefit, which is a choice between those two.
Dice again.
And he's going to gain the benefit of where he goes from there. So once you get up the technology track, you gain the bonuses. You don't miss them. Advantages to different tracks for different things. All right. Where was I? Military track.
Science.
Please.
Green.
So I get to conquer. And I'm going to conquer right there.
No, trap you.
Okay.
Discard this card from your hand when an opponent tries to conquer your territory. If you do, you gain a resource and topple their outpost. The resource I'm gonna gain is military. I think.
What is with?
Good.
Yes.
Not you, is me.
I know, but that's what you're done.
Yes.
We're waiting for Mike to be done.
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, I get to pay a resource to get a building, which I will do.
We will also move up the military track by spending. I have to spend a whatchamacallit, and we'll spend one of these. So that is victory points for each tile I hold in reserve. 3 victory points.
Three resources. Move up on the. Yeah.
Or upgrade one tech card. Triple card in your middle. In any order, so you could gain it and then move it up.
Yes. Away.
So what happens
that
to
was me.
these cards now?
They're just my
They sit there.
top
They can't
tier.
be moved.
Yeah. I don't know know
So
if
they
they'll-
scored the most.
if you hit this and gain it, you can gain the top end,
Right.
but it doesn't. They're
Again,
buildings, so she
yeah.
can't.
So,
Right, so they're spent as far as victory points
Yeah.
kind of
They
situation.
were when they got upgraded to that
Yeah.
spot.
yeah.
However, gain them.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I'm just looking
methods
at
of
these.
gaining that
Yeah.
again.
I'm looking at these cards. I see this. If this is up here and you get a circle, you just gain another card. You gain another reason, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, you
Yeah.
pick one of them and gain it.
Let's spin a little gray dude, and a star, and a gold. And I'm gonna go here. So you already took that place, right?
Yeah.
So my arrow card, let's get one of these guys. That lets me choose anyone that I'm at, and I can do it again. I'm gonna take that one over there. So I get a little gray dude back. I gain 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's also taken, right?
Didn't you
The
take
landmark.
No,
the
somebody else took it.
military.
I'm sure that's probably sitting over
Okay.
there.
So they get
If it's
another
not,
route.
you can tell it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only second stage one that hasn't been taken is over here. This building's over. Okay. Where am I? Let's see. I want to pay one of those and one of those to go up this track. And I will take my last red building. And pay a resource to upgrade a technology. So, and that means that little symbol means I can take anything on a track I'm on, right? Isn't that what we determined?
Yes. Anything.
So I'm on this track, which means give me a tile and I'm exploring. All right. What's that? That, and that. That. There. Something.
So if you take your was able to put that on there, then you could do the thing twice for victory points.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna do
that-
my
this
original
was not
thought,
there at the last,
since I can do forest
uh,
and
I'm just
those
wondering, because my
two
last one
and
was
water
gonna
and
be either
that
doing
one. That's
here
3,
or here.
Yeah, you would get it once and then you would get it
2,
again.
3,
for
and a
your
mushroom.
Technology. Potentially.
All right, so let's spend. Need to spend a gold, and then 2 resources, right, to jump over there. Yeah, looks like it. So let's do.
You get kind of
You get one,
One
per
point.
row.
one per row.
I don't like these.
Interesting. It reverses the.
Hmm.
That reverses the. It gains you a. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What the hell is this?
So.
Well, so I got to figure out 2 cards. Is that what I'm looking at?
So the interesting thing about this one, just so you know, is
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if you upgraded that one, you'd be able to take that building off of never
Yeah.
upgrading it and putting it on your thing. It's because you can take the benefit of a square.
The printing press, if you get it up to the 3rd, is play a tapestry card on top.
Tyranny one I had let me replay.
So if
one for my
you've already gained the benefits of the one you played,
Yeah.
and you have other benefits, but you also apparently
So you get an extra turn,
Does-
basically.
no, you get an extra tapestry card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're changing what you can do this
Era.
Yeah.
So
Well, it might be something to do in the 5th era.
can I see?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Because the 5th era tapestry cards, you have no play afterwards.
True.
So you save your victory point scoring tapestry cards for your 5th era income
Yeah.
turn. I presume. No, you don't get to play a tapestry card in the 5th
No,
era.
you
Never
don't.
Yeah,
mind.
not particularly interested in the. That's what I was kind of getting. Okay, so we'll take this one. And then, does this happen immediately? I gotta take 2 cards, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because I can then decide to pick from
the
the.
thing says take your cards one at a time.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
at a time.
Alright, so then this replenishes. And that is concrete.
Just take one, then replace one.
Yeah, concrete. What's concrete do? Where's concrete?
You gain a building
Third on
and
the
victory
far
points
left,
for
John.
buildings.
Gain a market and then gain a victory point for each market in your.
Sure. Okay. So, son of a biscuit. All right. So, this happens immediately. How's
No, the technology doesn't happen until you upgrade it.
Got it. Okay.
Or get the symbol that lets you
Upgrade it.
do
All right,
something.
I'm done. What do you got?
Two bag technology track.
Here,
I gain this building, and then I gain victory points for the number of spaces I've moved on the military. 8, 10, 11, 15, 16 points.
86.
I see. A great thing.
What do these symbols below them mean? The 3 and the. So we know.
What was the question?
What does this mean? Like, they all have silhouettes underneath them. 3 guys.
I think it might be number of points.
Every technology card has 3 silhouettes. Oh, I think it's just indicating. Well, ones to the left indicate how they time out with your eras. I'm gonna guess.
I'm gonna spend my last 2 on here. No, it's mine.
Yep.
And I'm gonna gain Red House.
So benefit gained from upgrading a tech card to the top row is shown on the square. To upgrade to the top row, you or one of your neighbors must meet the prerequisite noted by the card. In other words, currently be in or beyond tier whatever on the information.
Well, that makes these cards a heck of a lot less powerful.
So, oh yeah, so that wasn't doable.
Well, keep playing it that way, guys, because trying to take this stuff back right now, I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, that makes a heck of a lot. Because I'm like looking at these technology cards, going, I should have gone for those after the. That's fine. Yeah,
the lower level. You need the lower level ones.
Farming and breeding. Where
so I could have done this one, but not that one.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Your turn.
Oh, okay.
So, run that by me again. You need what?
You or your neighbor has to have be on or past the
tech track
tier.
The tiers. So level 4, the only level 4 track that's been done so far is this one, and that's for you 3 people, not me.
So does that mean that basically now these cards are we continuing to play that way?
Because
I mean,
yeah.
All right, where was I? Oh.
It's like it says like breeding, and this one says farming, but like
breeding's up here.
Oh, well, I'm past those anyway. Okay.
I'm up here, and I get victory points for every red building on my map, which is 5.
The question is,
this where I was?
this happened.
Somebody bumped my marker.
It just seemed like those were crazy good.
You were at 68.
I get a yellow building, which completes this block.
Oh.
Which gains
No,
me a
no, no.
resource.
Mike, you were there. This was your. How many points did you get?
5.
But you were
He was
here.
he was in science.
You were here.
Me?
Yeah,
No,
you
I was
were-
here.
Oh,
I'm
you're
yellow.
here.
Yeah,
Right.
remember we
I've
questioned.
never
Yeah,
gone
when he
anywhere.
Yeah, Mike hasn't
Yeah.
done science.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've ignored a track because
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
reason to do them all. Usually. Okay, so where was I?
You were
I
scoring.
was doing this. Okay, so I did that. Now, I can take a technology card if I use a resource. So we're looking at that'll be a negative. I don't want a technology. It's any of the. I don't want it. No, I'm done.
If I do this right, what do I need to get there? I need 2 resources. That's easy. And there, I need 4 resources to do everything. Right? I only have 3 resources, so time to go hunting for more. Therefore, we will. Nope. Yes. We will go on here and get us some cavalry. So we gotta do one of these, and then what about the game? Oh. And if I put that here,
You roll the conquer dice.
but I will also get a mushroom because of Pirates rules. So I can get
The
victory.
mushroom again, or
So 4 victory points or another mushroom. Right now I kind of want resources, so mushroom it is.
When you place one of your squares, you get one too, don't you?
If I want to place a square, but I'm not going to place a square there.
I'm done. I have 2 resources, so I can't on any track. I'm finished.
Well, you do your entire income turn.
Nothing for
fives.
purple, and I just get to upgrade some. I don't. Oh, yeah, don't really see. But this.
So you can
one,
let her just go on with that because it's not going to affect the board at all.
Which will. Because I don't get any other. Can't get resources, so.
you don't get the house, you get a person.
And so have
It's
you
enough for another
have
turn.
you been you count those victory point symbols every time? So you've been doing that, right?
Yep. But you don't now in this.
Yes, you do. The wreath with the question mark in
Yeah,
it
it's for
is you
these,
get
right?
no. It's for everything on those tracks. Every time you do income, you get every
Yeah.
victory point showing.
So
you get all the
Okay.
wreaths on your building
Alright.
tracks.
4
Well, then,
victory.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get
Another
4 more.
4.
1, 2, 3.
And this
How many
is,
rows and columns?
I've got 2 columns and 2 rows. So another
2,
4.
Then you get 4 more there, so that puts you at 102.
Then for conquered spaces is 5.
1 7.
Not quite left, but getting there.
Jumped on the technology track way too much, but I wanted to use something creative, but not jumped around. When I gain income this turn, I gain 2 for each gold bag I earn. Whenever I get a house, I gain a upgrade. I get a victory point for every house I have, so that's 1. And then hand out, gain gold.
Well, while you're doing
gain
that,
2,
I can do my
gain 2 more.
pay 3 resources to go to there. And gain 2 technology.
And I have 1 column for their points. Mushroom.
Answer that question.
1, 2, 4 red. I got 2 territories. That's 14 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 10 on that.
Yeah.
That's the end of my go.
I think is that one for every part of
Right?
Mike's turn again, isn't it?
I was actually wondering if there's
Ah,
kind of
okay.
game scoring
So
add-on
let's-
for like what you have left.
Oh yeah.
You good, Mike?
That was 2 cards from there. And then over to you.
I guess we'll go conquering. So
How does the Epsilon invade you?
What do you mean?
Like if John put up 1 here to conquer this.
If I have a trap card, he conquers it unless I have a trap card.
Okay.
3.
And he rolls the military dice and gets whatever conquer benefits else are going on.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and put down
Here?
no over
Here?
there. No.
Here.
Yeah, I want the resource. All right, so
Do these have to be connected?
What do you mean?
Cubes? They have to be in masses that were connected.
Whenever you conquer an empty territory, you may place one of these tokens there in addition to your outpost, preventing that territory from being conquered in the future. If you do, gain a resource.
So there's nothing about them
Nope.
being connected.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I get points, but that's not for the cubes. Is connected in landmass. It's the same type.
So that's why you were building that way.
Yeah. So okay. I spent
So,
my points. Now my
Is
resources
that the end of, or is that
At
each
the end of
income
the
turn?
game.
at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
I'm finally. Yeah, if it was it would have been great every turn, but it's not. So that's fine. So I need to gain a person because it's on there,
Get 2 of them then.
and then a resource of my choosing. And where am I going to next? I'm going to tech. So let's do gold just to be on the safe side. I'm doing that. So I place that. And in that, yep, so I get a tapestry card, and then I already paid my resource for a house. Is that what it is? A
The
farm?
red one. The
A
red
red
one,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
So you conquered. Did you roll a dice?
No, not yet. That's the last thing I gotta do. For victory point or star. Just so I don't get lapped. Although getting lapped would be funny because then I could say I really. Well, that's fine. 4 victory points, or is that beneficial to gain another point? Yes, because I need 4 resources to do the next play up there, the full advantage. So I'll take the resource instead.
Well, you've got 5.
Oh, I got 5, don't I? Yeah, I need 4, 3, 4. Yeah, alright, let's take the victory points instead. I forgot this is 2. What did I gain for a tapestry?
Alright, let's pull in a red. An advance here. I gain 5 victory points because I have red houses. 1, 2.
Yep.
I get a gold one. And I'll spend a point for another I'll take penicillin.
You can also take a random.
It doesn't matter what I take, just because I can't advance. I'm going to gain a yellow house, I gain a gold as well.
Okay, so I'm advancing an era. So this allows me to conquer. So I will conquer right there. Dice, please. Victory points for conquered territories. Or the resource at where I landed.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 it is.
Okay, so that takes care of that. And we're going to Tapestry, Colonialism. Choose a territory tile I control and gain each of the following resources based on its land terrain. That's all 4. I gain all 4.
Nice. Yeah, sweet.
So
wrong with that.
that was the Tapestry card. Upgraded technology. I will conquer again. Dice. Take 6 victory points. That was technology, and then I score 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 21. And 28. 93. So resources. Oh, 1 of those, 2 of those. Oh, I get technology twice. Okay, so 4 more. Hey. 2 of those. 1 of those. 1 tile. And 2 of those. 1 tapestry card for whatever reason. And 2, 3, 4. Oh, I get those victory points again. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 104. That.
Same thing.
Okay, that was my income phase. Yes.
Spending 4 resources. Advance here. So, what the hell is that? That's one of these.
You can. Oh, you went here.
I did all 4. Yeah. So there's that, right?
Place it and then gain victory points equal to how many you have on your board, which is 4. Pay a resource to upgrade technology.
You already paid the
Yeah. 1 technology?
And you get what's in the circle, yes.
Just 1 technology.
Yep,
Correct.
just 1.
So if you're
So how
shooting
does
for the
this
building,
would work?
you pick 1 of them and push it up once.
And, then you
And
get the
gain what's
circle.
in the circle.
Okay, so I push up this.
Yeah, okay, and you gain a square benefit. So what
Which
square
you have
benefit do you
nothing
want?
in the square.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this square.
No.
You
pick
can go
that.
back to gaining another circle if you want to
Yeah.
do that, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
It's okay. That's okay. All right, so over here, and now do I get something for completing this square?
It's
Gain a
immediately
resource.
upon completing a block, you gain a resource of your.
Okay, and then what else on this track? The level up, that's it.
And go here. more. Your turn, Mike.
Go. Victory point for every conquered territory, so that's 7 on the green, please. Yes, that's. And a resource to gain a brown building. And that's me.
One resource. What can I do with one resource? Not anything. So let's.
You gain the tapestry card.
Yeah, you are down there. on that track.
I suppose then that gives him even more options. Although this tapestry card is pretty
Well,
nice. Yeah,
Learn mathematics.
You've got one more era to do.
I'm way behind on all the stuff. So I'd like to say it's been fun. So let's play sure and gain a tapestry. I wish I could say that was the case. All right.
All right, so back to you.
That's interesting. Which card do I play now?
And everything gold. And more science. It's gonna let me advance any track and gain its benefit. I'm gonna go tech and I'm gonna wipe all those out.
Warships. That sounds exciting. In a library.
Let's take the library.
Hmm.
And reveal another one.
Get the contact.
Sure, why not?
Here to get another tile, take off a building.
What are considered landmarks? Those buildings over there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those.
these-
Not these.
Why would I want to?
think it's
The
anywhere.
landmarks are these spots
yeah,
actually.
which
Any-
are
anyone that has a
these
place on it.
ones, Yeah.
I wouldn't
So-
mind exploring.
I am confused by this.
I'm assuming you have something similar to my revisionist, or if I land on the landmark already.
No, it triggers depending on if you have the most or the least landmark. So I don't know how to figure that out because I don't think I have any landmark.
These are landmarks.
Yeah, you've got one in your city right now.
I have one.
Yeah.
Is it played? Is it in your piles? Get what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Because right now it's either me and
1, 2,
you.
3.
Yeah,
Because
we're-
that's a
we're
landmark.
tied, or I've got more than I've got two.
That's what I'm trying to
not
figure out.
sure.
Yeah.
And a shroom.
That'll sort of determine which card I need to play. So
Okay, I'm done.
that's cool. Can you answer that question?
What's that?
Is it
Does this
In the
count
case-
as a played
is-
or claimed landmark?
does he have more landmarks than me?
Yeah.
Those are out of play.
Okay.
So we are tied.
We're tied.
The ones on cards don't even.
Yeah.
We're just putting them there so to remind
just
you guys.
wondering if we both have one or.
Landmarks that you own. When it
Yeah.
says landmarks you own,
They gotta be on the thing. So me
Understood.
and you are tied for them right now. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. So I guess I'm gonna declare an income. Yay. This is turn 4 for me. Yeah. So, what was this question mark card?
Your purple card, yeah.
Now I get to play,
A tapestry card.
and I think I'm gonna play this one because the other way
Get
is
to play any
sector.
more tapestry.
See, if I play Age of Wonders, I gain 3 resources and 6 victory points because I'm tied with you right now for having the fewest. Okay. So instead, I will play Democracy. And am I the first? I never gonna
No,
figure this
you're
out.
last. All your neighbors were ahead of you.
Yeah, everybody was. Okay. Draw 3 cards, then discard any number of cards from your hand to gain 2 victory points each.
Oh, well, you can discard them all then. You don't need tapestry cards if you can't play any of them.
Except if you have one that might guard against something.
Oh, a trap card, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
But yeah, you're correct.
I automatically assumed you had a trap card when you did that.
Correct, yes. I mean,
I'm
that's
not,
fine.
I'm not,
I didn't.
no fish hooking me into that one.
I wasn't fish hooking you. I'm like, if you're gonna do it, that's fine. If you get the picture, you're fine too. I mean, I don't need to be putting it down there. Is all we're
Yeah,
saying.
I
1,
just
2,
knew as soon as you didn't want to place a cube there what that
6.
was.
6, 12 points.
Yep, hey, that's
Your
That's pretty cool.
It's the most amount of points I've scored. 21, 33.
Yep. Part of there.
Okay. And then now this mess.
oh, upgraded tech.
Upgrade attack. So if I go up this one, I gain a house. If I go up this one, I gain 4 victory points.
You go up the other one, you gain the circle, one of the circles at the bottom, or whatever. Yeah, if you had one down there that you couldn't get to.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and unless you had something that says reference, i.e., you get a bunch of things for having upgraded technologies.
so I have one more.
Huh? Gain the circle benefit of a tech card in your middle row. Oh,
Yeah.
We've been playing this tech
That's
cards
fine.
way,
That's fine.
way the frack
Yeah,
wrong.
that's
we
fine.
But
should
I'm not.
have
I'm
read
just
that
not.
off when I described it earlier. How come you didn't bring that
That's
up?
fine.
I'm not because
I didn't. He did it, and then a couple turns later, I started reading one of my other ones, and I just happened to glance over
So-
that one.
I have another
too late.
income phase after this one where I can't play a card, and that's the end of my game, right?
You're going to have one more income phase, which all you do is upgrade tech and score victory points.
Yeah, well, depending what's, I don't even know what's under here.
There's 10 victory points under there. It'll be
then
scored
that's
twice.
that's a better thing. Yeah.
So you immediately remove it. Yes, it's every end row is a 10, I believe. Or no, is that 8? What is that
That's a
say?
10. That's a 10. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
just can't see it from here. I'm pretty sure every end row is a 10. You
I
want
don't
that
know.
exposed as soon as possible because you have to score it every income phase. So you place the building first. So you upgraded your tech, which happens first,
So I did that.
and you place the building.
Okay.
And
I
then
placed
you
the thing.
score all victory point symbols underneath.
All right. So for number of tech cards,
And how many times do you do that?
twice, 3 times.
Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9.
9. 33, so 42. Yeah, this is what I've missed all game, being able to do these kind of things. Since the tech cards were a bit
Then
problem.
rows and columns.
Then rows and columns. I
Well, he
don't
has
know.
to gain his gold first. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 gold first.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's at the end. That's the payout. That's the hand.
Oh yeah.
Right now we're still scoring victory points. So
Rows and
Here-
columns.
rows and columns,
None.
nothing. Okay.
So any other wreath symbols.
This one for is that territory? Yeah, revealed.
So you get
No.
10 more off the bat for all your yellow ones being gone.
You get
You
the,
missed.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
missed
missed
that one. So 53 there.
And then
for every
King's Force.
conquered territory?
Yeah, it's face up. It looks like.
No,
not-
no, it's red.
Red
Yeah,
ones,
it's a-
1,
red
2,
means
right.
3,
conquered.
four, 5.
Face up. Okay.
5 more. Which is 58.
Doesn't
Okay.
mean face up, it means conquered.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it, I think. And now I get payout. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gold. 2 food. 1 people. And 2 military might. Okay, that was it.
Back to me. I had not
Mhm.
enough resources to do anything else. So I had my last income now. So nothing here. No Tapestry cards.
Okay, so I'm just
Upgrade.
I will continue.
5 points,
on,
please,
I think.
John, on the yellow. Yeah, that one. Alright, and then I'm gonna gain 5 more. 7. 21 more after that, John.
And 31.
No
So
resources.
I need one of those.
All right, so oh, I know what I got.
I mean, shall they?
Yeah.
I
Mike's
go
not happy
there.
about his income.
I get 2 of those, and then I
He's
get
gonna
to
catch
place
up
one.
to you. He's not going to lap you. Those are two different. If
Yeah,
anybody's in danger of
he's
being
gonna pass
lapped,
me.
is me.
He's gonna pass me.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but yes, he's going to pass.
All right. So the question is, did I get a really spiffy tile? Might have. It's a 5. Am I looking at a 5? I bet you I am. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now that we know the rules, I like this game. I think we should play.
5.
Count me out.
5 victory points, please. Okay, so that was do that, then that. That's me. Should be what I think that was. Let's find out.
Let's do. Yeah, we're gonna go
One-time
conquering
deal.
again.
One-time deal. Okay.
So a star and 2 resources for here. We're gonna put sure while we can.
That's either rule.
We'll do it over here just to put an extra resource in the bank.
Yep.
I'm gonna go here, I think. Because what's next from? That's a resource to get one of these and score victory points on. Oh, that's interesting too. Exploring doesn't sound like a horrible idea. Let's do a mushroom. Okay.
It's just you and me doing the
Yeah,
trouble.
well, I gotta roll the dice.
Oh yeah, you conquered.
And there was something else I needed to do on Conquering. I can't remember what it was. No, that's it. That was the previous phase, the pirate rule. Yep. Okay.
Victory points per conquered territory or a resource.
Victory points per conquered territory is actually
6.
6. So we'll take the 6.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one of those and 2 of those to go up here and take a building off. I don't think I'm gonna be going anywhere with this building stuff, but just in case. I score victory points for every one of those that I've got. Is 5.
Hang on for a second. I went over here. I get both, right?
Get what?
Oh no, if I topple.
That's if you topple somebody's.
Yeah. Okay. So
And there's no resources on that. Well, yeah.
it was 2 dice basically.
Where was I? Oh, 5 victory points, please, for those. And I can discard 2 tiles, which I will immediately do to gain 5 more victory points. Over to you. See, I
Over
only
to
have
me.
3 left. So what can I do with 3? With can't go up that track. Oh, I could do that. All right.
So I wanted to go exploring again. I think is what.
Okay. So, there's not any toppling.
So, over there, can you advance me, please?
This
On
one?
the exploratory, yep.
Okay, 1 for every conquered is 6.
So 6 victory points. And then I also spent the extra
Spend a resource to get a brown building.
It's one of these.
No, it's the brown.
That's the breeding. Okay, so that's 4 victory points when I score. Not
correct. All right, so I got one more move, and that's it. The question is, what good does? Oh, it does do me some good.
That's no good. That's 4 victory. This is.
I will score. That does me no good. Okay, so I'm going up on the military track with my. This one right here. And for my last conquer, that'll do. Nice.
Stay out of my mountain. So that's right. Stay out of my mountain.
Well, it didn't matter. I don't think it's going to matter, but I get that. I'll take a victory point for every conquered territory. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And it happened. You passed me.
Oh, I'm going to go way past you.
I know that.
Huh.
I haven't even begun to pass you. Because clearing these is.
Oh, land mass, John.
That's your.
Okay,
You've got
yeah.
a desert landmass. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now.
5. Okay, yeah, I was shooting for 6, but I can't get the 6.
No,
It's
you can't.
unfortunate. I'm on an island. Well, fitting for an isolationist.
5
So,
is not too bad.
It's 31 victory points. I'll take it.
So I am. Yeah, you're.
Yeah, it's
you're
on me,
alone because
so-
I'm going to do an income next. So.
Well, the only thing I can really do to score any points is to level up my technology.
So I get to level up with benefits. I'm going to wait for you to get
So that's
last-
4.
because I get to do
And one
one
has to be a
more
gold.
level up with benefits.
No, just 3. So 1 gold for sure.
And it has to be on that track or this track.
I really like
Okay, so
I don't think that will gain me
over here, I level up attack for 4 victory points, and then I can do a circle again. Is that what it is?
a card that's in your one of those circles that's there.
So I can do another 4 victory points because nothing
Yep,
else really
yep.
gets me anything. Oh, this scores victory points on buildings. If I do this one,
Huh?
so I get 1 more circle. That's 4 victory points. Can somebody move me 4 victory points? Okay, so now I can choose if I were to do because I get another circle. This if I do this circle, it activates a square. Am I right?
It activates a building in the square.
So
In the
is
square
this scoring
department.
victory points
Technically,
on?
it was done incorrectly before. It activates one of the technologies in the square.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then screw it. 4 more victory points then. Otherwise, it would have been 5.
So there's an advantage to having one in every area.
Yeah.
One in every one. So who knew?
I think we played tech way wrong, but that's okay. It's good
Not
stuff.
way wrong. All right, so I am doing income turn. So if you have any more advancement, you can do, or you can do your income turn. So all I'm doing on level 5 is what's here, which allows me to go up one of these 2 tracks with benefits.
I have a mushroom. That's gonna be Jack.
So I will go up this one with benefits, which allows me to place another building.
It is a building. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I'll do that. You move me up because a building it'll pay more theoretically on whatchamacallit.
And then score victory points equal to 3.
I mean, but I don't. If I roll the die, I don't get the benefits, so it's
Yeah.
pointless.
I don't have any resources
It
left,
wasn't.
so
It would
that's
have been
done.
great, but it
So
wasn't.
that's my Civ. Then I upgrade.
Alright. So Mike's doing his thing. All right. So I'm gonna do my income. Nothing from the card.
Actually, isn't it your
On your
final-
final income turn,
which
score.
this is your final.
So 31 points for me, please.
3
So
plus
109.
109. Yeah.
Then
9.
9.
Yeah.
9.
9.
9.
9.
9, 10,
And then
11,
you get
12,
All right, so
upgrade
yeah, because I don't play a
16,
tapestry, so I upgrade, so I might as well upgrade this
33,
for another 4 victory points. 'Cause
43.
nothing else will
Well,
do.
no, it would be the square. So
You want
the
the
one,
other
the
one?
other one to give you 5 victory points.
Thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5. Then gain 3 victory points and
How do I get 3 and 3?
for the number of
Oh, tech
Tech
cards.
cards.
Yeah,
Tech
I'm
That's
taking
9
discard.
points. Did you get
and
9?
then
Probably that's 9.
yeah, it's 9, another 3,
And then 10
and
more.
then 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
And then
And-
no completed rows or columns.
You
Okay.
get 4 for your
4
mushrooms.
for the mushroom track. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4,
2, 3, 4, 5,
and
6.
6 more.
Give it a second, John.
It's a little light. The victory's got nothing to do with it. It's not my thing. So anyway, okay. What did you get first place? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lapped a second time around the board.
Yeah, you got 204.
it's these that
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can get all my red ones. I might as well do that because that's 10 points times 2 at least. That's at least 20 more points. That's worth something.
well, and it turns out that if you're looking at just this, is the brown ones has a 4, a 7, and a 10.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
why I beat you.
Yeah, I know. No,
20,
I totally
21 points if you clear the exploration track. So obviously they're throwing in exploration as a biggie.
So,
Well, yeah, because they don't want you to. They want you to build a board.
okay, let's have our
Yeah,
re-roll in a
we'll
second.
talk about this.
so.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We'll clean up and then give you our thoughts in just a minute. Thanks. Bye. 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 Bye.